If you are looking for research-based developmental milestones for your 14-month-old, this video is for you. In this video, I am going to cover all of the research-based developmental milestones that you should be looking for in your 14-month-old toddler. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Jenny, certified teacher, doctoral student, and mom to two girls, Alice, who is my almost 3-year-old, and Mina, who is my 14-month-old. And in this video, I'm going to show you all the different developmental milestones that you should be looking for that are age appropriate for your 14-month-old toddler. The basis for my video is the Ages and Stages Questionnaire, which is a research-based milestone screener that hospitals and doctors' offices use all around the world in order to identify possible developmental delays. It's also a really fabulous tool for you to be able to tell whether or not your child is able to do things that are age appropriate for them. The Ages and Stages Questionnaire is broken down into 5 skill areas: communication skills, gross motor skills, fine motor skills, personal social skills, and problem-solving skills. Each of these 5 areas have 6 different prompts that you're going to be asked about whether your child can or cannot do something. For each of these prompts, you're going to assign an answer to it. So if you answer yes, you're going to give 10 points to that question. If you answer sometimes, you're going to give 5 points to that question. And if you answer not yet, you're going to give 0 points to that question. In each of those main skill areas, you add up the total score to see if they meet or exceed the cutoff score. What I love about the Ages and Stages Questionnaire is your child does not need to be able to do every single one of the things in the communication category, for example, to still be considered developmentally where they're supposed to be. So let's go ahead and get into that first category, which is communication skills. Does your baby say 3 words such as mama, dada, and baba?
Baba.
Oh, there is a baba up there, you're right. Yes, it is there. When your baby wants something, does she tell you by pointing to it? What? What? Camera?
Yes.
Yes. Does your baby shake his head when he means no or yes? Does your baby point to, pat, or try to pick up pictures in a book? Yeah. Good job. Does your baby say 4 or more words in addition to mama and dada? Mina. What is this?
No.
Nose, yes. What about this?
No.
Mouth, that's right. What's this?
Hey.
Head, yes, head. When you ask her to, does your baby go into another room to find a familiar toy or object? For example, go find the bear. Mina, where is your bear? Where's your bear? That's your bear. So this is the entire communication section for your 14-month-old. I figured too, now is a good time to mention that 14 months goes all the way to 14 months and 30 days. So if your child is 14 months and 1 day, things might be looking a little bit different in 29 days. So keep that in mind when you're scoring your child. For communication, once you add up all the total score that you have, you're looking to meet or exceed the cutoff score of 17.40 points. As long as your child meets or exceeds this cutoff score, they're considered developmentally not of concern currently in communication skills. The next area of the Ages and Stages Questionnaire that we're going to talk about is gross motor skills. If you hold both hands just to balance your baby, does he take several steps without tripping and falling? If your child already walks, you can mark yes for this. First, though, we have to pick up the blocks. When you hold just one hand to balance your baby, does she take several steps forward? Does your baby stand up in the middle of the floor by himself and take several steps forward? Does your baby climb onto furniture, such as climbing blocks or other large objects? Climb up. Oh my goodness, you're so good at climbing. Does your baby bend over or squat to pick up an object and stand back up again? Does your baby move around by walking rather than by crawling on his hands and knees? Okay. Mina, 14 months. Yeah. So that is the entire gross motor section. How did your baby do? I know for us, our daughter Mina was a little bit of a late walker, but she finally came through and just decided one day to start walking. So once you add up all the total scores in this area, all of the different pieces of gross motor skills, you're looking to meet or exceed the cutoff score of 25.80 points. As long as your child meets or exceeds this, your child is not currently of developmental concern in gross motor skills. So now let's talk about the next section of the Ages and Stages questionnaire, which is fine motor skills. Without resting her arm or hand on the table, does your child successfully pick up a crumb or Cheerio with her thumb and forefinger? Does your baby throw a small ball with a forward arm motion? If your baby currently just drops the ball, mark not yet for this one. Mina, throw that ball. Good job. Does your baby help to turn the pages of a book? You can help by lifting the page slightly for them to go ahead and turn. Do you need help?
Yes.
Okay, here, I'll help you. Ready? Here you go. Does your baby stack a small block or toy on top of another one? Mina, can you put the yellow block on the purple one?
Yeah.
Yes. Good job. Does your baby mark on a paper with the tip of a crayon, pencil, or pen when trying to draw? Good job. Look at that green. Does your baby stack 3 small toys or blocks, one on top of the other by herself? So that is the entirety of the fine motor skills section. What you're going to do now is add up all the points that you assigned to your child in the fine motor skills section and look to see if it meets or exceeds the cutoff score, which is 23.06 points. As long as your child meets or exceeds this score, it is not of developmental concern for fine motor skills yet. The next section of the Ages and Stages questionnaire is problem-solving skills. If you put a small toy into a bowl or box, does your baby copy you by putting in a toy, although he may not let go of it? Does your baby drop 2 small toys, one after the other, into a container like a bowl or a box? You may show her how to do it. Good job. After you scribble back and forth on a paper with a crayon, marker, or pencil, does your baby copy you by scribbling? Watch, Mina.
This.
Here.
This.
Mina, draw. Good job! Look at that green. Can your baby drop a crumb or Cheerio into a small clear bottle? Does your baby drop several small toys, one after another, into a container like a bowl or a box? After you've shown your baby how, does he try to get a toy that's slightly out of reach by using a spoon, stick, or similar tool? So that is the entirety of the problem-solving section. You're going to add up all the different points for your 6 pieces I just mentioned, and you're looking to meet or exceed the cutoff score for problem solving, and that is 22.56 points. So as long as your child meets or exceeds that cutoff score of 22.56 points, your child is developmentally exactly where they need to be. The last section of the Ages and Stages questionnaire is personal social skills. When you dress your baby, does she lift her foot for her shoe, sock, or pant leg? Does your baby roll or throw a ball back to you so that you can return it to him? Good job. Does your baby play with a doll or stuffed animal by hugging it? Can you give your bear a kiss? Oh, you're so cute. Good job. Does your baby feed herself with a spoon even though she may spill some of the food? Does your baby help undress herself by taking off clothes like socks, hats, shoes, or mittens? Does your baby get your attention or try to show you something by pulling on your hand or clothes?
Yeah.
Ariel? It is Ariel. Yes, it is. So those are all 6 pieces of the Ages and Stages questionnaire personal social skills section. The personal social skills section, once you add up all the scores, has a cutoff score of 23.18 points. As long as your child meets or exceeds this number, they're considered developmentally not of concern currently in personal social skills. So that is the entirety of the Ages and Stages questionnaire for 14-month-olds. I hope it was helpful for you in getting a sense of what your 14-month-old might be able to do or things that you could work on with your child, because I know for me, with a NICU graduate, it was very beneficial. I actually have a whole series on developmental milestones, and I'll put the link up here, and you're welcome to check that out if you have a child of differing ages or if you're wanting to look ahead a little bit. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I do all sorts of educational content and would love to have you as one of my subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Take care.